Good day, guys. This is Martin here from hypocrites, coming to you once again from beautiful Italy. It's a wonderful day. We're actually leaving today in about 2 hours, so this is going to be a quick video. And I would like to talk to you about this one thing, which I don't think I've really talked about too much in the past, so I want to get in more detail when it comes to this. So, guys, a lot of you are listening to the wrong people. You're taking advice from people who are not qualified to give you advice. You know, even though they say that they have the best intentions for you, but that's clearly not the case. They're actually discouraging you from reaching your highest potential. They're discouraging and they're putting negative thoughts and doubt in your mind. And that's good. That's not good for you at all. And the most unselfish thing that you can do on this earth is to reach your highest potential. That's the best thing that you can do, because you're paying homage, you're actually being grateful for the life that you got from your parents and from everyone that supported you at some point. That's the least selfish thing that you can do, is to work on yourself, is to work on your personal development. That's the most unselfish thing that you can do. And a lot of people will try to tell you that, oh, you know, you're egoistical, you're superficial, you're selfish, you're materialistic. And they will tell that, oh, whoa, why can't you be like us? Why don't you be, you know, why don't you want to watch sports? They will come at you with all these attacks. And sometimes it can really hit you. It can really make you feel insecure at some point. But when that happens, you should block out all the noise, because they're just distractions, okay? And I found, and this is going to piss a lot of people off, that in my opinion, the most selfish people on this earth are the broke people and the fat people of the world. And I can also tie one more group with this: religious people. And this is not to attack any type of religion, because that's not the point of this video. Because I'm religious myself. I believe in God, and I do believe that there's a creator out there, that he wants the best for us. And at the same time, I do know that every single human on earth has a purpose on this earth. But human-made religion is a completely different thing. And I found this very true with Jehovah's Witnesses. Because the people from my family's side, my bloodline from my family's side, from my mom's side, are Jehovah's Witnesses. Every single one of them. And we used to be Jehovah's Witnesses as well. But at some point, we got separated from our congregation, because we didn't attend the meetings. We weren't practicing the Bible, so to speak. And because when I was younger, I always used to believe that religion right there was the only type of religion, that it was the best type of religion that there was. And as the years went by, as I've grown up, I've realized that was not the case. And a lot of religious people, especially, they use religion as a cop-out to not reaching their highest potential. Do you see where I'm coming from? I'm not saying that you can't be religious and be successful in life. That's not what I'm saying. Don't mess it up here. What I am saying is, I've seen so many. I don't think I know one Jehovah's Witness that is rich or successful. They don't even have great bodies. Usually most of them, they're fat, they're overweight, they're lazy. I mean, they're good people, sure. They do have manners, a lot of them. They do know how to communicate properly. So I'm going to give them that. But most of the time, they're not fulfilled in life, because they've always relied on an external factor for them to be happy in life. The Bible, the congregation meetings, preaching the Bible, which I'm all for. I mean, if that's your thing, go for it. I'm not saying if it's right or wrong. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, every single Jehovah's Witness that I met over the past months, because I've visited my grandma a couple of times now, every single one of them is broke. Every single one of them, or a lot of them, are fat too. They're not practicing what they preach. They're saying that they're grateful for what God gave them. They're grateful for their existence. But at the same time, they're putting everything off for the new beginning. I'm not going to get into this because some of you may not understand what they preach. But I believe religion is all a cop-out most of the time. Especially these very religious people, like I would say fanatics. They're the craziest people out there. Okay, so maybe I should reframe this. I would not say religious people, but religious fanatics. That's when you cross the line. That's when it becomes dangerous. And it's the exact same thing with fat people. When you tell them about your dreams and your goals, and you're saying to them that, hey man, I want to get in shape, because you used to be overweight yourself. And you're like, hey, I want to get in shape. I want to have a six-pack. I want to, build some nice chunk on my arm. And I finally want to be happy. I finally want to be peaceful within. But then, what usually happens? They attack you. They label you as an egoist. They're telling you that you're selfish, that you're not caring about them, that you're the wrong person, that you're weird. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, it is gonna happen. These attacks will come to you. And some of you who have already leveled up, who've been on the journey for years now, you can probably relate to this. It's the exact same thing when you start making money, when you want to level up financially. Because most people who are gonna receive these attacks come from the bottom or the middle. The middle is actually the worst place to be in. So when you tell your family or the people around you, or your schoolmates, your girlfriend, your boyfriend or whatever, right? That you want to be rich, that you want to be financially successful. They're usually going to tell you, oh man, nobody becomes rich unless you win the lottery. Or unless you steal the first $1 million, which I can't. I've seen so many people who have that exact type of mentality, and it's crazy to me. Like, people really believe that it's easier to steal $1 million than to make $1 million. Guys, you have all the tools and all the opportunity in the world, but all these people, the sheep people, they're not realizing it. They think it's some imaginary, fluffy stuff that's only reserved for certain people. And that's not true. That's why when you're taking advice from people, I've made this point on many videos now. You should be very careful when you're receiving advice. Does that person X have the life that you want? Does he or she live what they preach? And this is actually what made me doubt Jehovah's Witnesses, because they're hypocrites, all of them. I don't think I've ever met one Jehovah's Witness that was truly happy with their life. Not one. They're always very superficial. They're very surface level. They only care about you when you're practicing Jehovah, when you're preaching the Jehovah's way. But as soon as you have doubt in your mind and you start to believe a different way, all of a sudden you're going to be separated, or you're put in a different group now. You're not one of them anymore. It's an identity issue now. And that's actually what made me question religion at some point. Because, I've been practicing, I've tried to convert into being a witness myself, but it never happens. I've studied the Bible for so many years now, with so many brothers and sisters, with brothers especially. But it never convinced me. And I think it was because of exactly what I've just described. It's because all of them are hypocrites. They don't live what they preach. And that's why on this channel, I only talk about things that I'm experiencing. I have a good experience in. I don't talk about things that I'm not qualified in. I don't talk about, twiggling my thumbs. I don't talk about, fixing cars. I don't talk about how to play golf. I don't talk about, I don't know, how to be a good father. I'm not a father anymore. I'm not a father yet. I only talk about things that I have experience in. And you guys should only listen to people who have experience in life, because that will help you out a lot. But when you start listening to all the crowds, when you start listening to all these people who are attacking you and who are being negative and who have chosen to live their life on easy mode, who live their life on status quo, guys, stop paying attention to them. They're just a distraction. And this is going to be your biggest obstacle on your way to success. It's going to be people, because we're social creatures. We need social interactions with other human beings. But a lot of the times, it's not going to help you, because they're coming. Because when you operate at a certain level, when you have a high conscious level, when you have a high vibration level, the people who are below you, they're not going to understand you. I mean, Nikola Tesla said the exact same thing one day. If you don't know who it is, look him up. He's one of the best inventors of all time. He said this one time: if you want to understand the universe, you have to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibrations. That's what he said. So, and he was much smarter than all the scientists that you have right now. So guys, stop paying attention to all these people. Stop paying attention to the people who don't live the life that you want. Stop paying attention to fat people. Stop paying attention to broke people when it comes to financial advice. Stop listening to fat people when it comes to health advice. And stop listening to religious people when you want true life advice. In most cases, unless they're qualified, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a wonderful trip so far. And I wish you guys all the best. Take care.